open. Let's welcome in our morning guest, Mayuresh Joshi, Dipan Mehta, Manas Jaiswal join us. Mayuresh, let me come to you first. What would be your call on Nifty? Where can the Nifty stop, or it's likely to be a free fall?
Again, I think the obvious reaction is being exhibited on the screens, Pankaj, at this point of time. And again, I think not really sure at this point of time. So I think the sell-off that you're probably seeing is well expected in the markets with a Trump victory. So largely, I think let the market stabilize. I think you might see a further selling pressure, probably even if the market's open.
Right. Dipan, what will be your call for the Nifty? What's the sort of downside? At what level would markets start to see some flows?
And that's very difficult to answer. And, we've been in this position several times in the past 10, 15, 20 years or so. And at times like this, where the uncertainty is as high as it is, it's not wise to, set a bottom or, set a particular point from where the market should turn. Market will form a bottom and we'll come to know a few weeks after that. More importantly, what is the strategy for the investor? That is what the question that is the most important. And all along we've been waiting for a correction. Good quality stocks have been rallying. They've got overvalued. P multiples have expanded. And investors have been waiting on the sidelines, just watching these stocks go up. So this is your moment. You need to grab this moment and start buying. Maybe not at one shot, but gradually at every correction. You could pace the buying over a few trading sessions or so. But certainly for anybody who's looking to increase exposure to equity, this is the perfect time, I think, Because end of the day, I think Indian fundamentals are not going to be impacted by the Donald Trump victory, nor are they going to be impacted by the recent the event of last night.
Right.
Where
So, Dipan, markets have opened. Sensex is down 1,600 points. Nifty is down 500 points. Hindalco on your screen is down 8%. ONGC is down 6%. Sun Pharma is down a full 10%. Top losers, ONGC is down 6%. Reliance is down 5%. 944 for Reliance. HDFC is down 5%. 1,320. Such days have proven to be a bottom sort of a day for the market as well. ICICI is now down 11%. 252. So it's just like a free fall. Adani Ports is down 10%, 261, 28, 29 rupees decline. Would not be, surprised if actually it falls more from here on. BHEL down close to about 10 odd percent, 129. Hindalco is down now a full 10%. M&M is down close to 9%, 1,260 rupees for M&M. Sun Pharma is down 10%, 572. Aurobindo is down 10%. And the list can just go on. It can go on and on for this move. Tech Mahindra is down 7% or 8% rather. Yes Bank is down 6%, 1,430.32. ITC, it's a big heavyweight, it's down 4%. BHEL is now down 10%. Ambuja Cement is down 10%, 223. This is called, classically it is called that, it's probably, just a reaction that you're seeing to these two developments. But the big question is that whether this reaction will bottom out today. Markets will factor in this fully, but that is not something which you get a sense right now. Grasim is down a full 10%, 90 rupees decline. Infosys is down 8%. Eicher Motors, it's a big name where a lot of growth is expected, but it's down close to about 10% right now. Just 800 shares traded. Infosys is down close to 7%, 907, 908 for Infosys. That's the sort of level that you're seeing on Infosys right now. I think PE-wise, it would be one of the cheapest stock in the Nifty 50 pack. Asian Paints is down close to about 10 odd percent, 960. Coal India continues to decline. Let's just look at some of the mid-cap space as well. I think that's where the carnage would happen. That's where a lot of HNI holders are there. This is Indiabulls Real Estate, IBREL. A lot of, ooh and cry as to what will happen to real estate prices. So that's down. Prestige Estates is down 18%. That's another real estate name. Bharat Financial Inclusion, also known as SKS Microfinance earlier, is down 17%. Divan Housing, that's a housing finance company, it's down close to about 15 odd percent. Indiabull Housing is down 15. Muthoot Finance, gold finance companies, what happens there also is somebody's question mark. Dish TV is down 14. NBCC is down 14. Reliance Infrastructure, ADAG Group stock, down 15. Gujarat Fluorochem down 13. Bajaj Finserv down close to 13. Titan is down about 13 odd percent. Walk Hard is down close to 13 odd percent. Even if these prices are the way they are, it will definitely create some scare for any long-term investor. What to do, how things would go ahead. Coromandel International is down close to 12%. And you really, don't expect that, an immediate recovery can come in with such sort of carnage just coming into 3 minutes. Eicher Motors 10%, Jaikumar Infra on your screen 20% down. Delta Corp is down 20%, 32 points down for Delta Corp. Radico Khaitan is down 18. Suntech Realty is down 19. Bharat Financial, SKS Microfinance is down 18%. The classical PE contraction, what you're seeing. High PE companies will sell more because that's where the holding is, that's where you can liquidate, and that's why, a knee-jerk reaction can be the way it is. Sonami Ceramics is down 14, Simplex Infra is down 18, Anantraj is down about 18 odd percent, JM Financial is down 16%, 72 rupees for JM Financial, Unitech is down 17, Religare is down close to about 17 to 18 odd percent. Let's look at some of the volume movers as well, and mind you, today volumes would be very, very high. So, that's just something which one should keep a note of. Okay, ICICI Bank has recovered now. It's down about 5% only. Day's low was around 245. SBI is now down just about 3 odd percent, 245, and Axis Bank is down close to about 4 odd percent. ITC has recovered. Ashok Leyland is down 6%. PNB is down close to about 6 odd percent, and Steel Authority of India, SAIL is down close to about 12 odd percent. Vedanta is down 7. BHEL is now down 7. It was down, I think, 11% earlier. So there was that sort of sell-off that you saw. Hindalco is trying to recover. So it's in and around the day's low for Hindalco as well. Arcom is down 7%. It's at 40 rupees. HCC is down 8%. Idea is down close to 6%. Tata Motors is now down about 519 for Tata Motors, 3% down. I think in the morning it was down much more. So it's now down just about 4 to 5 odd percent. That's what you're getting in for Tata Motors. Tech Mahindra has also recovered. It's now down 5%. In fact, Nifty has recovered. So, Nifty was down about 450 points earlier in the day when we started. Now it's down close to 320 odd points. So, not looking that good for the market. Still we are down about 3 odd percent. Dipan, you were mentioning about the strategy in such markets. One should just wait and watch now with the prices. Don't be in a hurry to sell. Don't be in a hurry to buy.
I think you have to space out your purchases. I think that the train to sell is already gone, so there's no point selling at these depressed levels. But investors should look at this is a great point to start building a long-term portfolio and improve the quality of the portfolio, which means you buy stocks which are secular in secular growth mode. You buy stocks which have done exceptionally well over the past 2-3 years or so and never given opportunity to acquire, and you buy stocks which end of the day, benefit from what has taken place last night. For example, the banks, I think clearly, the banks are going to be beneficiaries because of higher and higher deposits. Their CASA ratio is going to go up, and to that extent, they will be able to expand their net interest margin. And there's a good chance that interest rates also may come off. So you buy the interest rate sensitive sectors, you buy the banks, you buy, the usual consumer oriented stocks which have been flying high. But important to just space it out. Don't buy everything at one go. Just space it out over the next 2-3 weeks or so, and hope to buy higher and higher at every declines. So not to chase the stocks up or down, but buy in a more methodical and in a spread out manner. I think that's the strategy that will work very well. It has worked in the past on such panic days. I think it will work this time as well. And I reiterate, I think whatever the events have taken place overnight is hardly going to have any impact on the underlying long-term fundamentals of India's economy or corporate profits for that matter.
Right. Manas, what will be your call on Nifty? 343 down now at 8,200?
Now if Nifty breaks 8150, then I think it can go and test around 7900, because that is a 50% retracement level of entire rally from 6800 to 8900. So I'm still bearish on the markets. I think Nifty will not sustain on higher levels, especially above 8200, 8250. So I think if you're long, then I think you should exit on any bounce back right now.
Right. As far as positions are concerned, Mayuresh, what will be the sort of impact when you see such prices, such decline? Even big bulls, big long-term investors get scared.
Oh, absolutely. I think seeing red on the screen is not a pleasant sight, specifically for long-term investors. But largely, again, Pankaj, I think both the moves have come at a time when nobody was expecting it. So largely, I think a Trump victory is something that the markets are now gestating or trying to gestate. And the move by the Modi government yesterday, brilliant move structurally from an economic perspective. The macros will improve, the fiscal deficit will come down, the tax to GDP ratio will improve drastically over the next few years. But again, I think some distortions are expected because I think small and mid caps will face the brunt. And largely, I think if you couple both the events together, I think the scenario that is panning out is an expected reaction. How do you approach this at this point of time? Yes, I think long-term investors holding qualitative stocks should definitely hold. And as Dipan was mentioning, I think there's no point selling after a 16, 17, 18% drop that you've probably seen in prices at this point of time. And again, I think selectively, I think you should be probably expecting the markets to stabilize over the next few days. Once that happens, I think selectively one should start nibbling in. Maybe 10% is the way I would look at qualitative stocks which have corrected. And again, I think that is the way taking the markets in your stride over the next few weeks. Because I think if Trump talks the talk, what he was talking about in terms of trade wars, you've seen the depreciation happening on the Mexican peso. And if that probably starts emanating into a reality, I think that uncertainty the markets will not gestate in light. So largely, I think let the markets stabilize over the next few days. Once you're seeing some signs of stability happening, I think you can put a little bit of your money to work, but not entirely. I think so. It's a wait and watch for me at this point of time.
Right. I think there's some update on the US election as well. Donald Trump, I think, has won in Florida. Let's just look at it, what's happening over there. Sensex, meanwhile, is down about 1,000 points and Nifty is down about 326 points. Okay, I think we'll get update from there, but right now there's no major update. Dipan, what happens in the mid-cap space? What happens in the mutual fund side of the market? With NAVs falling 10%, 15%, you think there'll be a redemption rush over there as well? So that could just be a technical factor to watch out in the next 3 to 4 months?
So I think the average investor who's coming to the mutual fund just now is far more educated about the markets than say 3-4 years ago or so, and that's evident from the kind of SIPs which have come through. So I'm not too perturbed about the mutual fund redemptions being a major issue for our market. The biggest problem of selling is going to come from the FIIs and the sovereign funds and the hedge funds or the leverage players over there. But I don't think domestic investors are much to fear. In fact, mutual funds will take this opportunity to push their schemes even harder to existing investors who have been sitting on profits, who have seen good returns for the past 3 years or so. And they will take this opportunity to up the marketing pitch for equities per se. And this is a fantastic opportunity to increase exposure to equity. That's what their tagline will be. So I'm not too perturbed about that side of those players per se coming and liquidating. In any case, I think you will see the insurance companies, the domestic banks, domestic insurance companies are being in full swing in the market today, supporting it as they have always on such panic days.